now here's the other, going on when you talked about meetings, both of you. How does your community make decisions which affect the whole? And how are those with dissenting points of view addressed? And going along with this is when the community makes a decision, how do your fellowships kind of make sure that that decision is followed through with?
Well, we're kind of too anarchic to do that, I guess I'd say. Anarchic. I'll tell you how we make a decision.
Okay.
Like right now, we're planning our annual map. We get together and ask all the cells to give us input about where they think God is leading us. There's a whole discernment process. A discernment group that the cells actually called out to go through the data, essentially, and make a conclusion about where we're going. Is going to be meeting for the next 4 Mondays. And the coordinators are actually going to form a document that goes back to our council in January, where they affirm it or not.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of dialogue process. If you're still dissenting after all this dialogue, we'll probably be going to you personally to try to work that out about how you managed not to participate in all of this. To have your voice be heard, because there's a lot of voices being heard all along the way. So I don't think we've ever had a decision that there's been dissent on.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what that would be.
Do you think it helps that you guys do it through this kind of dialogue process rather than throwing them in the left feast and telling them to go at each other?
Yes, it's a huge thing to us. This is very important. That dialogue is a central factor of how we do everything. And so you have a voice and you're expected to use it, and if you don't, well then you're the one that's out of order, because you have a reason to love each other and talk it through.
Okay.
In our leadership community, when we make decisions, we don't vote. We work by consensus. And one person in the leadership community, by saying, I stand in the way of this, I cannot go along with this, can hold up everything if they want to. But if that puts a tremendous onus of responsibility on them as well. I mean, if you're just going to stonewall it, then we're going to talk to that person and say, what's this about? Help us to understand this, because they may be right. And so So the leadership community works that way. If somebody in the larger community of the church dissents, then they're invited to come and meet with the leadership community whenever they want to. And we try to make this well known, that if there's any questions that anybody has, number one, they can bring them up at Ecclesia. Number two, if it's between Ecclesia or any other time that they feel that they need to talk something out, then we put it on our screen every Sunday morning that if you have a question that you want to work out with the leadership community, something that you're seeking personal discernment on, or something to do with the community, then please see the pastor or one of the leadership community members, and we'll make sure you get on the agenda for the next meeting. So
let me clarify. The person who wants to bring up the issue has to be the one that brings the communication, though.
Yeah, well,
no complaining by proxy. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. In fact, this isn't going on YouTube, is it?
If you don't want, I can scrub this one. Don't share anything specific, but go.
Okay, I won't share anything specific then. But if a person comes with a question or a concern and wants to say, I'm representing everybody else, then we want to know who they're representing. And basically, we really want them just to represent themselves. So just if you have something, come and bring it. We'll work it out. And then we want to make sure that they feel that they've been heard. and that question will be asked. Do you feel like the leadership community has heard you and understands you? And if they can say yes, then we can still disagree. But the thing that's important is that everybody be heard, if they want to be heard. They have an avenue.
Go ahead, Rob.
Let me add something to that, because it kind of works, and if someone was critical of something that was being done in the church, the pastors of our congregation and the leadership team would likely say, "So what are you doing?" They would be saying, "If you bring your disciples and come talk to us." Because what we're doing here is a mission in the redemption project of Jesus Christ. Is what you're talking about this, or are you criticizing what we did? This is what we did. That's when we criticize it too. So okay, whatever. But what did you do? If you're just sitting in the outskirts criticizing what someone else is doing, come back when you've done something, and then talk to us. Because you have nothing to show. This is a discussion about what we're doing here. This isn't a discussion about you wondering about what I'm doing. Let's be equals here. You participate. You step up and be who you are. Give your gifts. Do what you've given to do. When you're doing that, we'll have something to talk about. Otherwise, we're not. You're in another kind of quadrant, and we're not. I don't even want to be in the discussion. We'll have to have a council action to get me in that discussion, because I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah.
So we're kind of rough in that way, but I think it kind of helps, because we don't really want to create this system where people are kind of shopping all the time and saying, "Oh, I don't like this as much as this," or "I don't like you as much as you."
Yeah.
We don't want to set that up, because that's kind of one of the great sins of the society.
Yeah. I wouldn't say you're rough, but you very clearly delineated what it is that you expect. That's not that bad. I don't know. Of course, I'm mean, but that's okay.